My hands still shake when I remember opening that letter. It wasn't just a notice. It was a declaration of war, printed on the HOA's self-important letterhead. They were suing me. Or, more specifically, they were suing my 2 goats, Daisy and Buttercup. The charge: unauthorized livestock and creating a neighborhood nuisance. My heart sank. These goats weren't just animals. They were my therapy, my quiet companions after my husband passed. They were the only things that could make me smile on the darkest days. The HOA president, a man named Mr. Henderson with a pristine lawn and an even more pristine scowl, had made it his personal mission to get rid of them. He'd complained about the smell, the noise, the very sight of them grazing peacefully in my yard. I tried to reason with him, explaining they were registered emotional support animals, but he just sneered and pointed to the bylaws. That lawsuit felt like a final, crushing blow. For a week, I was a wreck. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. I just watched my goats, their gentle, unknowing eyes filled with trust, and I felt a wave of despair. Was this it? Was I going to lose them? Then, staring out at Mr. Henderson's immaculate, perfectly manicured, and utterly lifeless front yard, an idea sparked. It wasn't just an idea, it was a lifeline. I spent the next 2 days buried in the HOA rulebook, every line, every loophole, and there it was. Tucked away in the landscaping section, residents were permitted to undertake large-scale, organic landscaping projects with prior notification. The rules were vague, designed for flower beds and water features, not for what I had in mind. I drafted a new letter. It detailed my ambitious, dynamic, eco-friendly turf management initiative. It described a phased approach to soil aeration and weed control using certified organic methods. I never once used the word goat. I just announced my project would begin on the HOA's common area strip of grass right next to Mr. Henderson's property line. I filed the paperwork, and then, I waited. The morning the project began, I led Daisy and Buttercup out on their leashes, each wearing a small vest I'd made that said landscaping crew. I tethered them to the designated area, and they did what goats do best. They ate. They munched on weeds, trimmed the grass, and fertilized as they went. Mr. Henderson stormed out, his face purple with rage, but when he started yelling, I just calmly held up my approved project form. He was speechless. He couldn't do a thing. It was all by the book. My goats were no longer livestock. They were landscapers. My nuisance had become a neighborhood improvement project. If this story reached you, if it sparked something in you, let that little thumb on your screen light up. It means more than you know. It's a quiet signal that in a world full of rules designed to break us, sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is learn to read them better than the people who wrote them.